What's up guys, Sbc'S here and welcome to a brand new video, and welcome to a video today which should be pretty damn helpful for quite a few people watching this video, and it's to do with what you see on your screen right now, the League Sbc'S, not just the Scottish Premier League one. It pretty much covers every single one you may not have done. I mean, last night they did drop a 94 rated Luis Suarez on us. I'm recording this on Wednesday, by the way, so if I keep saying yesterday, I'm referring to Tuesday night rather than Wednesday night, if you get what I mean. But yeah, most of these League Sbc'S, they're pretty damn cheap and good value for money, mainly because of the packs you get. But what I'll show you today is how to work out how to do each team individually at the cheapest possible way, as well as doing it more efficiently, because some people, they rush through it very quickly and they spend a lot more coins than they really should have done. But in reality, this is probably just a bit of common sense alongside some patience and a few tips and tricks here and there, guys. But before we get started, as always, you can show support by leaving a like rating. That'd be absolutely awesome. If you're new to my channel, click the subscribe button for daily FIFA content, and in the comments below, how many of the League Sbc'S have you completed? Have you done them all, or just the one or two? Or you may have completed 0 because you don't think they're really worth it. I also want to point out they should definitely work for all future League Sbc'S, again, as well as the current ones. And I know this works 100% because I personally do it all the time. I've actually got a notepad written down for how much each League Sbc has cost me each individual team. It's pretty nerdy thing to do, but I like keeping track of it. But yeah, here's the League Sbc we're doing today. This is Scottish Premier League, and most of these I've not even looked at, so I may not even have many players in my club. So apologies for the very long intro, but let's get straight into it. So Celtic, they're the team we're looking at straight away. The rewards, 1 gold players pack. I've not put any players in there whatsoever as of yet, but what most people tend to do, they go to say at the actual league itself, so obviously Scottish Premier League, which is there, choose a team which is Celtic, they go to my club but no positions, and see what you've got right now. But they'd fill them players in, so for example, I'd put Sbc'S into centre back, and then go from there. Well, if you look at it, it's pretty damn time consuming compared to other methods. So again, I'll go through every single position and see what we got. Or alternatively, you can go on to, instead of club or searching, go to concept players and go through that. So you'd fill out like a Colo Torre and you put the highest rated players in there just to get it done quickly. So here's what I mean. There is every single player put into the starting 11, they're the highest rated in that position, and that's all they're looking at. I don't put any reserves or bench on just to check if other players are cheaper or are different alternatives. But that isn't what you want to do. As soon as you go into the squad, the quickest way of doing it, in my opinion at least, press Y and then go onto this screen right here. It's a squad builder. Go on concept players, yes. Replace players, yes. And then find the league you're looking for. So we're obviously looking for the Scottish one, which is going to be, whereabouts is it? Why do they put it in like alphabetical order for some reason? There it is. Then go to Celtic, then press Y again to build squad. Now, squad builder complete, and as you can see on your screen right now, it does have the highest rated players in there, yes, but it fills out the bench and the reserves. The only downside about doing this is the fact that it does put the highest rated versions of the player. So Lee Griffiths, that's actually his Sbc right there. So swap that out and put his regular card back in. So where is it? Scottish Prem, Celtic, then go on to concept players. Bada bing, bada boom, a 75 rated Griffiths is back in the team. So that is part number 1 done, filling the team with a squad builder tool on the game by pressing Y. But now go on to a spare slot on the bench or something, or replace another player in there, and then go back onto the team. I know it's quite long-winded, but if you go to Celtic, my club, and check if there's any other players you have inside your club that could replace them. So that is step number 1 completed now. Go into the team, press Y, use the squad builder tool, and fill it in with concept players, and also put your players in there as well. But you may want to check again for players that have informed versions or higher rated cards, because I had to do that, by the way, with the likes of Griffiths like I showed you, as well as Scott Sinclair. So I've got 2 bronze players right here, Henderson, as well as a guy called O'Connell. So I put them into the bench now, and potentially that's one less player I have to buy, thanks to the bronze pack method. And another thing you want to do before buying any players whatsoever is go into any player on the bench or reserves, whatever, it doesn't really matter at all, and then go into concept players again and check if there's any bronze players the game didn't put in there automatically because they're too low rated. So Celtic have got quite a few bronze players. The quickest way of doing this is by going to quality bronze, press Y and the players will pop up. Obviously for Celtic I put these in there manually, so those 2 won't really matter at all. But we do have one more bronze, and that is Fasan, like I said before. So put him into the starting 11 now. Obviously the rating will go down a little bit, but we still are meeting the requirements of a 70 rated team. Now as you can tell, I have got quite a few silvers in the starting 11, such as the left back, the 2 CDMs, as well as the cam. So the silvers are the players you kind of want to ignore the most, because golds are packed all the time anyway, and bronzes, the non-rare ones at least, they're common because of the bronze pack method. For example, this Henderson guy right now on the market is 800 coins buy it now. It is quite expensive for a non-rare bronze player, but throughout the day, there will be quite a few listed for 200 bin. So what I'm trying to say is that bronze and gold players definitely cost a lot cheaper in general compared to a silver rare card, for example, because this guy right here is in fact a silver rare, and it's priced right now on the market about 3,000 coins or so. And in comparison to someone like, I don't know, plays not even out of position, so Scott Sinclair, he'd probably get the chemistry there, and he's discard. So a replacement of Scott Sinclair, yes, he does only get 3 chemistry, but in general, the chemistry is still more than a requirement needed. The next step is definitely common sense. It's a very easy step that most of you probably should be doing anyway, but for example, Chris Commons right here, I believe his name is, he could be more expensive than Forrest, for example, on the bench, so you want the cheapest possible players in that starting 11. So when I'm not recording, what I'll be doing is go through commons, search player on the transfer market, and have a quick look through. So he's a quite expensive player in comparison to some others maybe on the market. So commons, he probably won't be in the team. Go to McKay Steven, a 5-star skill I think still. Is he? Let me quickly check. Okay, 4-star this year, but he used to be a 5-star skiller back in the day. But you can compare his price now, and he may be cheaper. Looks like he is cheaper than commons. Another quick way of doing this is by going to a site like Footbin or Footwiz where they have live prices. So you go on there, check the prices, obviously check when the last refresh date was, because it could be like 2 minutes ago, or it could be a few hours ago. But at least then you can save yourself a little bit of time by sorting by players by cheapest to most expensive. But now for an example, I'll show you what I mean by putting it into action by showing you some of the teams I submitted for the Luis Suarez SBC. So the very first team I'm going to show you is going to be Atletico Madrid, and the reason for that is because the requirements are quite high and you have to have a special card in there, but the rating is 85 rated, and you can probably tell quite a few players are out of position. So for example, I've got a centre back at centre midfield as Stefan Savic, formerly of Manchester City. He's off chemistry, but he's higher rated than another possible option. Carrasco, left midfielder, is playing at right midfield, does get a orange like link though. And the final one is Gabi, usually a centre midfielder converted to a centre forward. And that's because he's higher rated than Fernando Torres, although Torres now could potentially be getting in team of the week this week, so it could save you quite a bit of money. Then we go on to CA Osasuna. It's the 5 at the back, and I've got a left back at centre back, also a left midfield at right wing back. Not sure why I've done that, but it still definitely does work. And now CD Leganes, same example. As long as you meet the requirements, it's all good. So I've got a left back at right back, a centre mid at right midfield, and a centre back at left mid. I will only show you a couple more examples, but as you can see, I've got a bronze centre back at right back, as well as a striker at right wing. And then we go on to the next one, the final one I'll probably show you, that is Deportivo Alaves. And we've got quite a few players out of position, such as a centre back at right back, a left midfield at left back, and finally a bronze centre back at cam. Actually, I will show you one more example. That is Barcelona. I've got Busquets as centre back, as well as a Rafinha at right wing, and Iniesta as a centre forward playing striker. And again, you want as many bronze players as possible in that starting 11. So what I do is take out the left back and put in the bronze centre back, and it's only 1 chemistry less. Another very quick tip is going to be players out of position, they also do still get an orange like chem boost, because as you can see, I said before, Sinclair has got a red CDM, because he basically gets 3 chemistry there. Now there is still a way of getting a player out of position, but they also still get a orange chemistry boost, because as you can see, the bronze centre back again, left back, he has got orange because he's a centre back himself. Now that does give him 6 chemistry rather than 3. I'll try to put a list of all the players that get orange chemistry in different positions. I may be missing a few here and there. The ones I know for certain are going to be for a right back. You can play a centre back there or a right midfielder. Left back, a left mid or a centre back. Centre back's a CDM, a left back or a right back. The same goes for left midfield. You can put a left back there. I believe also a centre midfielder. I could well be wrong there. And for striker, for example, you can play a centre forward. But we'll try and come up with a list of that right now and put it on your screen so you can see it. Now this next step won't work with Celtic like I'm showing you, but it will work with pretty much every single team as long as the formation is correct. So as long as you get 100 chemistry in the top right, you're good to go. In fact, I can show you what I've done is put a CDM back in and it should work absolutely fine. So 100 chemistry in the top right. Now on the bench we've got a goalkeeper, De Vrij. What I'll do is put him in any position. So for example, if Forrest is extinct, I don't want to buy him, or he's too expensive, put him in there and you still have 99 chemistry despite having a goalkeeper out of position. And now the next step is a very simple one, but it could save you a lot of coins in the long run. And for example, if there's a silver striker, let's say the club only has 2 strikers or whatever, position modifiers are your friend. For example, you can play a centre midfielder there, just convert him up to a cam, then put cam centre forward on, and you've got the same chemistry. And again, my example will be my Barca or Atletico Madrid squad, where their centre midfielders playing a striker, either because they're high rated or cheaper. Another bit of common sense is take your time. Don't necessarily rush through these. If you've got the coins, you can do it a little bit quicker, but if you haven't, take your time because these are out for the rest of FIFA. And you may not be interested in the player, but what you can look at is the potential rewards to get, because for doing Griffiths, some people may never use him, the rewards you get, the packs are very, very good. They can fund other SBCs as well as potentially getting a really good player. Because if you look at it, you get 10,000 coins, Lee Griffiths, and 12 packs. Another thing is that the bronze pack method is definitely a friend in regards to stocking up for future SBCs, because for example, bronze calcite out players, there aren't many of them, but all these players are first owner, and potentially when the SBC hits, it could go up a lot in value. Another example is going to be the Bundesliga. Aside from both the Emre Moors, I think all these players are in fact first owners. So yeah, they could go up in value by the SBC when it does come out. Second page, there's a lot of non-rares and stuff, yeah. They're all first owner. Haven't spent a penny on getting any of these really. And that's because with a bronze pack method, you get a lot of coins back from it, and most of the time do make profit. But now we've gone to silvers, it's good to always pre-invest, because as you can see, they mostly silver players cost like either first owner or 150 coins or so. Some of them may be more expensive because there aren't many of them. And you can already kind of guarantee that when the SBC for Serie A does come out, this striker right here for Empoli will cost more than 150 coins. And the final thing I want to show you is going to be players I sold today from the La Liga investments before, because these players cost me either 250 coins or 150, and it's not the biggest profit in the world, but some players go for like 1.4k when they only cost me 150. And selling these types of players obviously takes off the cost of the overall SBC you spent. And finally on your screen is going to be the cost of some of the SBCs I've done. Just to show you an example, I do have a notepad of how much each team cost me, guys. So that is going to be the end of the video. If you enjoyed it and found it all helpful, show support by leaving a like rating. That'd be absolutely awesome. If you're new to my channel, click the subscribe button for daily FIFA content, and the comments below. Again, have you done any of these League SBCs or ones? Let me know down below. And if you missed today's first video, or yesterday's video, sorry, it's down below in the description box. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.